Hello guys, welcome to another video. My name is Desiree and I am the owner of this extraordinary channel. Welcome to my video. Thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, please do subscribe or hang around. Check out some other videos and decide if you want to subscribe. But anywho, in the end, please subscribe. Thank you for stopping by. If you are returning, thank you again for checking out another simple, easy recipe. Now, I have a couple of gadget hacks, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to food. I grew up learning that to waste food was a terrible sin. And if you are a grandchild of my grandmother's, she was a Christian that loved the Lord. And I tell you, that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from, my grandmother. That's where I get a lot of my forgiveness and all that stuff from. But that's a whole nother story. Mighty, mighty woman of God. She loved the Lord and she loved feeding people. She even once taught me that if you have one slice of bread, I remember I was a teenager, a little child. And she actually demonstrated with a slice of bread, and she had it on the saucer, and she said, if you have one slice of bread, and you cut this bread that way, you can share it with 2 people. But if you cut it again that way, you can share it with 4 people. You will always have enough to share. I don't care what you have, you will always have enough to share. So, well, that's where I got my ideology of preserving food, not wasting food, making things out of food, and just coming up with ideas not to waste food. Okay, so that's where one of my little hacks are going to come from tonight. But right now, we're going to make some jam out of these blackberries. Blueberries. I'm sorry, blueberries, because I have some in the freezer already, portion off of my smoothies in already, so I had plenty enough berries. So, but I don't want these to go to waste, so I'm going to make some jam out of it. So we're going to turn our pan on to medium heat. And we're going to add, we have 3 cups of blueberries. And we're going to insert those into the pot. They're already washed and separated. We have 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to add the sugar. Now, this is a very, very small lemon. So we're going to just add the whole lemon, although it calls for half of a lemon. We're going to see how much juice we get out of this first, okay? Let's do that. I'm so excited about my other little thing, my other little savory dish coming up next. I'm so excited about that because I don't often hear a lot of cooks or chefs admitting how they mess up a dish. So we're going to hold our fingers up under this lemon and we're going to squeeze oh, look at that, that's juicy. We're going to squeeze this lemon and our hands up under it is to catch any seeds from falling into the dish. Again, like I said, this is a very small lemon. And I'm going to go ahead and use the other half. You just want to put your hands up under there. Catch any seeds. I'm going to go ahead with the other half. Uh-oh, dropped one by accident. Okay. And we're going to put a pinch of cinnamon. Now, you use your discretion on what you call a pinch of cinnamon. And I'm going to use mine. So, for 3 cups of blueberries, I'm going to use a teaspoon of cinnamon. Since they say a pinch, I'm going to say a teaspoon. So that's a half. Ooh, that's a big half, right? And that's another half. So we got 1 whole teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're gonna get our spatula or a wooden spoon or what have you, and mix this around. I like to toss when I cook, unless it requires a stir. You know, stuff like this I like to toss because you're going to be gentle with the berries and let them open up on their own. Personally, I think. You know, that's what I feel about it. It's a personal preference. You can have your preference. You can stir. I like to toss and be gentle. And we're going to do this. The recipe calls for half an hour. And I got the recipe from Allspice. I will leave the link in the bottom. I will leave the link in the description box. Allspice is one of my go-to recipes. I don't have a particular reason. I don't have a particular rhyme. But it's just one that I've always gone to throughout the years. Because to me, they are the most simplest, you know, that I have read through. Not that I tried other ones, but just read through. Because sometimes in the beginning, when I first started exploring different recipes and different cuisines, I didn't have a lot of ingredients that some of these recipes call for because I wasn't familiar with them. You know, so I have to go out and start purchasing and building up my herbs and spices. But Allspice was always the most simplest one that didn't require so many ingredients. And it was so easy to follow with what I already had in my pantry. So, that there is going to cook on a medium heat as I constantly stir for at least 30 minutes. Let's see what time it is. Okay, it's 7 p.m. my time. Well, actually, it's 6:55. So at 7:25, we should see what this looks like. In the meantime, be extraordinary as I prepare for the next dish. Okay, guys, so I have you back there. You guys watching my pot with me, right? You guys remind me that this pot is back here, okay? I know you can see it, so just remind me, because I'm going to move on to the one that I'm most excited about. Okay, so have you ever messed up a dish? This is rice, chicken wings. I woke up late last night. It was like 9 p.m. I was so hungry. And I knew I wanted something quick. And I didn't want to get on camera to make it. So I put 6 chicken wings in the pressure cooker with 3 cups of water and rice. 3 cups of water and 1 cup of rice. And I got distracted. And I knew prior to me moving on to do something else, doing something else in my apartment, I heard the pressure cooker sounded differently, and I kind of knew that it was ready to pull off the heat, but I didn't. 20 minutes later, I came back, and it was about to scorch burn, but I did take off the scorch. But this is what came out of it. It was still tasty. The rice is overcooked. The chicken's still on the bone, but it's nice and tender. But I wanted to add dumplings to it. So as you see, there's no liquid, no, not dumplings, but biscuits. Remember I showed you guys how to store away biscuits? Well, I wanted to make dumplings out of these biscuits. And I wanted to add into that pot beer. My intention was to pull it off early to allow, okay, my intention was to 10 minutes on the pressure cooker, and then you pull it off. You do 10 minutes cooking the biscuits with the lid off, and then 10 minutes we're cooking the biscuits with the lid on to get a nice fluffy dumpling for our room with it. So today, with everything in my experience, we're going to try to sabotage my chicken and give me some dumplings out here. So we're going to make some broth to be able to drop our dumplings in, to add to this overcooked rice and chicken, just to achieve some dumplings. And what we're going to use the base? Chicken noodle soup. Why? Because I do not have any chicken noodle broth. I mean, I don't have any chicken broth. And I don't want to use vegetable or beef. I want my chicken flavor, so keep an eye on our berries, medium heat. If you think they're cooking too fast, turn them down. You know, you can always control your own heat. If you think you don't like the medium heat, you want to cook it slower, then turn it down. You know, remember we're following someone else's directions. And we have to go according to what our stove cook. Okay? So we're going to gas up with some extra virgin olive oil. We're going to saute off our vegetables a little bit. Not much. We got some celery here. Then we get some dry ends off. Well, it's not too bad, but it's off now. I'm just a habit. Not bad, might as well keep it. It's according to you. If you eat celery, how thick or thin you want it. I'm typically not a person that eats celery if it's thick. If it's thin, I'll eat it. But sometimes when I'm just trying to achieve a broth or what have you, I basically go thick. For some reason, I started off thin. So we're going to try to keep the consistency here, since that's the way I started off. So I don't know. Sometimes when I pray in the morning, and I ask the Holy Spirit to guide me, honey, and I make decisions like this in the midst of, I just count it, you know, especially if they're good decisions or not bad decisions. I just say, well, the Holy Spirit led me this way because it wasn't nothing that I normally would do or even decided to do. So, who knows? Who knows? Ion. Now I'm just going to use half an iron. Because we only have 1 can of chicken noodles too. One thing I did forget to bring out, guys, was garlic. I'm going to add a little bit more EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. Again, these slices are thinner than something I would have normally done. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. Those who know me know that I put salt and pepper in my sauteed vegetables because it extracts the natural sweetness from the vegetables. Just a pinch. Uh-oh, I told you guys, but I'm glad I turned it down. You know, I know me. I know me. So this is turned down from medium heat because I know me. I get distracted. That's what happened to that pot over there. Well, no, I'm be honest. I didn't stop doing what I was doing to come check on that. Taking it for granted that, oh, there's enough juice in here. But yeah, that back burner, I turned it down for medium. Okay. So, here is some herb butter that I made, and I'll talk about this later on. If we get in this video, and I'm going to take a scoop of that, maybe that's a teaspoon. Then help saute those onions up, the vegetables up. Oh, it smells delicious, guys. Berries here. We'll make some jam. I never made jam before, guys. This is stuff that is simple, though. I mean, not that I didn't know how to. I just never was a fruit and a dessert person. You know, so because I live right across the street from a food pantry, I go over there and I have access to the stuff. Why not, you know, stretch myself, learn new things, do different things. It's always exciting to discover something new about yourself. At least I love it. I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna add, let me see if I get a big clove out of here. Just gonna add one. I don't put green pepper in something so delicate as chicken. Green pepper to me is very, very strong. Not very, very strong, but too strong for such a delicate broth that I want here. So that was one clove. Maybe I'll add another one. I love garlic. Can't go wrong with garlic. See if I can find a small one. Listen to this other lady. She says she do not trust people that don't use garlic. I thought that was so cute. Garlic and onions. She said if she don't use garlic and onions, she do not trust you. I thought that was so cute. So, it's another little small. Ooh, look at that juice part out there. Ooh, I love the smell of garlic, guys. Ah, yeah, I tell you, food speaks to my soul. Yes, it does. Woo. I tell you, I have such a love for your food. I remember when I first started adventuring out. Whew, some things, much as I love it, I would have to eat it and not know what it is, because I went to some ethnic group, Italian, not Italian, Asian restaurants, and you know they had frogs and all this stuff here, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my goodness, I don't know. I mean, I've eaten frogs. Don't get me wrong, I like frog legs, but to take them home, they were taking them live, so they can go home and kill them themselves. I don't know about all that. And I'm not going to be killing no animal. No. I'll eat you. But yeah, they chickens. You know, I mean, I can't see myself killing a chicken and then eating it. You know, I just, y'all kill it, I'll eat it. Pretty much. All right, so we're gonna be careful not to burn our garlic. So we're gonna open up the top is already clean. We're gonna open up our chicken noodle soup. And we're gonna dump the whole can in there. Look at all that good seasoning there. We don't want to waste that. So you make sure you run that water over top of it. That's our whole rubber can of so our broth at the bottom. And make sure you get all that good stuff that's at the bottom of this can. So I make a can and a half. Stir our berries. I'm going to keep on stirring them. How's everybody going? It is Sunday evening. I am editing my weekend video for my blog channel. So you guys can go over there and check that video out. And give me some support over there. XtrordinaryGal vlog with a V, not a B. Okay. I'm gonna put some thyme. Ooh. I love the smell of herbs cooking. Come down the other way. I went the wrong way on that. These are ooh, man. Whew. Goodness gracious. Smells so good. So good. Yeah. So good. That was two. Two is enough, but this had a little tiny bit left on it. So I might just grab that off there. Ooh. Good, good, good. And we're gonna let that cook. Let me taste it first because I have to decide something. Okay. For added flavor, get a little more chicken. We're going to add some better than bouillon chicken, roasted chicken base. For added chicken flavor, much needed. We're going to do a teaspoon because this stuff here is very salty. You know, be careful. So we're going to go in with a teaspoon. And we're going to let that cook, boil, whatever. Where's my lid? My lid. Until it develops some flavor. And I'll be right back. Until then, be extraordinary. Okay, guys, so remember at one point I was telling you about this herb butter that I discovered from Kelly Gold, but they only sold the herb butter by sticks, and the sticks were $2 and some odd change by itself. But I love the butter so much that I was buying like 7 and 8 sticks at a time. Well, I can't find it anymore. I don't know if they took it off the market or what have you, but I want some of that herb butter. But unfortunately, I can't get my way through Kelly Gold, but I can get my way through my own skills. My broth here is cooking too fast for me. I don't like the way it's cooking too fast. I have issues with this front burner, guys. When you know your stove, you know your stove. It's cooking extremely too fast. So let's do this. This burner here, once it reaches a certain temperature on high, even though you turn it down, it still cooks high. Now, I done talked with maintenance about it several times, and guess what? When they come up here to check on my stove, the stove don't tell the truth. The stove do not tell the truth. It doesn't do what it do when they're not around. So we're going to move that over there so it can slow down cooking. Turn this completely off so it can calm down. I don't know what her issue is, but we want to get back in control of our stove, okay? Alright, so back to my butter. So I discovered this. Good seasoned garlic and herb. The ingredients used just for a dressing for salad. You can use make it a vinaigrette or whatever. But me, I took 2 sticks of butter. Trust me, I used most of it, some of it. Not most of it, some of it. I let 2 sticks of butter get room temperature. Of course, you know that's not 2 sticks of butter because I used some. And I used a whole pack, well, with the exception. You want to be careful not to add all that. I was thinking about adding a whole nother butters, but that's enough because this can be very salty, and you don't want to add too much. So I added, got the butter down to room temperature, and just stir the seasoning in, and I made my own herb butter. Well, I use it so far on my Brussels sprouts. I use it on toast. What else are you doing? I think I use on one more other thing. But you want to incorporate it thoroughly into your butter. You want to add a little bit at a time as you go along to reach to the flavor that you want. And please do use unsalted butter. Please do use, because I was going to do this yesterday, but I didn't have unsalted butter. I had salted butter, but I knew that would not work. So I had to order some unsalted butter. So you make sure you want to use unsalted butter. And you want to give it a taste. And see if it's seasoned to your liking. Now, I think I'm going to just leave mine right there. But we're going to stir these berries. The berries still working, guys. And you know, although concerning the berries, ingredients says 30 minutes. If you don't have the thickness or the gelatin consistency that you want for your berries, just cook them longer. If they're your berries, your kitchen. Okay, so we're going to have a little side dish. We're going to put our butter in. And we're going to cover this up and stick it in the refrigerator. And there you have your homemade herb butter. Your own herb butter. And it's way less expensive than what I was paying per stick for the herb butter. And it's exactly the kind of herb butter, garlic and herb, exactly what I was looking for. So that's another tip, guys. Got some saran wrap. I'm gonna wrap that. However you choose to wrap. Actually, I got a little small piece of foil already broken off. Don't want to waste anything. And cover it up. Find a space for it in the refrigerator. I wouldn't leave it on the counter because I did it last night. And whatever ingredient, it's like, if you have a stick of butter in your butter dish, the butter stays whole or whatever. But for some reason, it must be some type of ingredient in that herb mixture, herb seasoning, that causes some of the butter to start liquefying. So, therefore, that tells me that I need to put the butter in the refrigerator. Okay? You don't want to leave that out and liquefy, and then the liquid starts turning into mold and all that kind of stuff. So we don't want that to happen. So that's going in the refrigerator. We're going to check in on our broth. We're going to taste our broth. Where's my spoon? Okay. Guys, I'm telling you now, sometimes you may see me go in when I rinse the spoon off, but for the most part, I'm going to rinse the spoon off because I'm trying to share healthy. But sometimes I forget because I live alone. No one is going to eat with me. Now, if I decide that I'm going to share my meal down the hall or whatever, I'm very conscious. I will not double dip. So, stay out my comments. Oh, well. Nice taste. Not too salty. So, what are we going to do with this? Might as well throw it in the broth. Might as well. What are we going to do with it? We can't waste it. So, throw it in the broth. Yep. So, we have a flavor to the broth. Now, what I'm going to do, because we want dumplings, you know, just one broth, we want dumplings. You don't see the broth over there? Oh, all right. There you go. But then, is this cool yet? Yeah. Because I want you to be able to see. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. Can't see everything. You can see this here. Let's see. I want you to see what I'm doing with the biscuits. All right, there we go. All right, this is cool now. I can sit the cutting board on that. I'm dry it off. Alright, so I want the broth to be a little bit more boiling, because I want to throw our biscuits in there. And what we're going to do with our biscuits, this is 4 biscuits. I didn't know I was going to use the biscuits so soon. I had put them in the freezer the other day, and I just used them. But good thing I showed you guys how to separate them with parchment paper. So they'll be easy to separate from each other because you have parchment paper in between them. See? There you go. Now, this will swell up to be a huge dumpling. And we don't want a dumpling that big. So, I'm going to cut them in half. These are flaky biscuits off the can. Normally, I make biscuits from Biscuit. I'm not a processed food cooker, but I'm showing you hacks, kitchen cooking hacks. I make homemade dumplings out of biscuit. But again, these are my food hacks with small items around the kitchen, you know, that some people may not even think about or whatever, or just don't see a way or know a way. Because I don't know a way about some things still. I watch videos still. I watch professionals. I watch newbies. I watch medievals. You know, because I'm always learning. I'm always learning. This is starting to thicken more and more and more. You can smell the blueberry. You can smell. I have yet to taste it. Maybe I'll give it a taste to see about the cinnamon and the sugar. How about that? Let me see my spoon. Okay, we're gonna rinse the spoon off because it wasn't chicken. Now it's ready to go on blueberry. I'm not getting 2 or 3 spoons. I'm not here to impress nobody. Come on. I'm gonna grab 3 spoons. No, we're gonna work with 1 spoon because I got to do dishes. I'm gonna taste this. Oh, it's hot. Be careful. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, woo-wee. That is some beautiful jam. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, let me get one with a berry in it. Oh, ouch. Ooh, that syrup is hot, guys. Be careful. That syrup is hot. Oh, let me get a berry. Get a berry burst. I'm going to let that cool off because I'm not food. Inside that berry is hot, I'm telling you. Wow. Woo-wee. Oh, my goodness. Wow, that was good. And I'm not a blueberry person. I won't eat grape jam and jelly. But honey, I won't eat it regularly. But with this homemade, what? Woo. And it sure did burst in my mouth. Yeah, but it was nice and warm. I'm not nice and warm, but it didn't burn me. Yep. It's on its way. It's on its way. It's on its way. So I started this at the jam at 6:55. And we said 30 minutes. Let's see. Oh, remind you, I turned it down too, so it's not cooking that medium. Oh, wow. It's 7:33. Remember, I turned it down though. It's not on medium, so it's not cooking as fast as it will on medium. So I'll be cooking at our pace. I like it this way. I can control it better because I'm doing other things. So this is what we want. A slight boil on our broth. Do you see it? Not a hard one. A nice boil. If it becomes too hard, enough of my noodles, they're in there. If it becomes too hard, just turn it down. We're going to take our biscuits and we're going to cut them in half. And we're going to cut them in. Let's see what this size affords, because normally I would use a teaspoon or tablespoon. You can roll it or you can just drop it. So we're going to roll it. I'm going to roll it. Just roll it. Don't have to be perfect. Don't have to roll it till it creates something. Just roll it. One, I want to roll it to reserve space in the pan. You know, say you start spreading out. You know, if they're wide the way they were, they take up more space. So that was 4. 8. Yeah. I'm excited. I love kitchen hacks. My grandma told me, well, we don't waste food, honey. We make a meal out of it. Let me tell you something. If you have a spoonful of each meal every day of the week, and you take every day of the week to use that spoonful to make a whole dish, no one goes hungry at all. And no food goes to waste. Now, the only thing about this here, I'm afraid if I put this last biscuit in there, it's going to be just too much. So that one has to go in the oven. It's just one biscuit. Yeah, because I believe it's going to be too much for this pot. Too much for the, I don't want to, because mind you, I still have the chicken, and I have to put the rice in there. I probably, but it's just too much. Just trust me, it's too much. We don't want to, we want to have some juice left and all that good stuff. Anyway, we can have a biscuit with our meal. So we're going to turn this oven on and get that hot for one biscuit. You can steam it if you want. The one biscuit, you can steam it on the stove. But that takes too much attention. If you have one day, I'm going to do steamed biscuits for you. But that takes too much attention right now. And I have too much going on to be focusing on one steamed biscuit. Look at that there. Now I saw another recipe where they added something to it. Don't know the name of it or whatever. But I didn't go for that recipe because it was an additive. That's why I like allspice. You know. Everything in here is natural. The other recipe, you had to open up a pack or something. And I wasn't feeling that. So, now we all know when this here cool off, it's going to congeal together. It's been an hour, so I think it's double the time, even with the lower heat. So what I'm going to do is turn it off and let it rest. Okay, our dumplings should be 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off. I didn't look at the timer. So I have to just use my wits about it. Wow, I don't like that. I like to at least look at the time. But it's okay. We're just going to use our wits about it. And we turn that off. We wait for the oven to... I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to... no, I'm turning my oven off. We're going to go for it. What the heck? What the heck? We're just going to go for it. We're daredevils in this kitchen. I don't feel like baking one biscuit. I don't feel like it. Don't have to. It's just going to be risky. Now, the cooking going to be off, of course. But you know what? I will know when it goes to eating or having to warm your food up. You know not to touch those underwhelmed dumplings. You just keep them in the end to the end. Let them be the last ones you eat. So as you warm up throughout the process, they can cook a little more. Cook a little bit more and more. You know, there's a method to my madness, guys. It's easy and simple. Nothing complicated. Ooh, how'd that get out? Nothing to be stressed about. Nothing complicated. Nothing at all. So we want to cover our dumplings. These are top. What? Small top. Come on, top. Read. Okay. All right. 10 minutes with the top off. 10 minutes with the top on. Gonna let them roar, and I'll be back. In the meantime, be extraordinary. Wow. Wow. Look at our fluffy dumplings. Look at them, nice and fluffy. Nice and fluffy. Look at them. Wow, I'm starting to separate from the layer. Ooh, they are peeling from the layer. Okay, gotta be careful. I don't want to break them all up. And wow. So listen. Now, if you notice, the chicken is not in here. I gotta let it cool off. I definitely want to taste that. That came off that dumpling. That came off that dumpling. And that came off that dumpling. Let that cool off. So, the chicken is not in here, nor the rice. Okay? Because the chicken is already done and cooked off the bone, and it's been room temperature, I want to strategically place it in the hot broth. Because we don't want to cook this chicken too much more and have just a whole mess. Because I still like my chicken on the bone. So, just strategically place it down in that hot broth. It's done, it's room temperature. And you sit in that hot broth. And if you decide you want to put some heat to it, you don't need much heat. And it's already absorbing all the gravy. So, you might want to add a little more broth to it to get some more liquid. Because it's absorbing all, you know, the liquid. And as far as the rice that's overcooked on the side, we're going to leave that separately and just add the rice to your plate. How about that? How about that? Okay. Yep. I'm going to have to add a little bit of liquid in here. I'm going to put hot liquid in here. You put half a cup. And while you're doing this, if you add liquid on it, you can have a very low heat under this also. And keep it to a simmer. You know me, my back was turned. When I looked up, these joints were boiling so hard, so I would have had more liquid in here if my back wasn't turned. I was paying closer attention. Is anybody else that like get caught up doing other stuff where you can mess up a dish or talk about it? Let me hear about it. You know, I know I'm not the only one. Come on now. Come on now. No, I'm not the only one. Let's taste this dumpling now. Oh my. Done. Done. Wow. Where did sweetness come from? There's a little taste of sweetness. Oh wow. There's a taste of sweetness to this dumpling. I don't know where it came from. Woo-wee. Oh God. What? You will never know what happened to this just the night before. Wow. You will never know. You will never know. I have a can of chicken noodle soup in here. Even though I added a cup of hot water in there, it's still hot. Because remember I told you it was the water, it was roaring. It was roaring, boiling. Whew. Them dumplings slamming. Woo-wee. Girl, tell you. If you put any heat under this, make sure you put it on very, very low just to get that chicken warm. Not to cook. Just to get the chicken warm to the bone. I'm telling you. And if you're going to leave a little bit of chicken meat all broken up into your rice, then so be it. Look at that. Look at there. Now you got rice. Got your rice. Got a little bit of chicken in there. Got celery, vegetables. You can pull them out. You can leave them in. That's a little overcooked. That's rice. Now you can warm the rice up because the rice is room temperature. I do suggest you warm your rice up. Get them nice and hot. Hi. You reconstructed what you thought was a dish that you ruined. Hey. Wow. I'm so satisfied. Ooh-wee. How you guys enjoy this video? I'm so satisfied. I'm so excited. Can't wait to sit my loins down and eat me a bowl of that chicken. And I don't can. I'm not into canning. Like I would can the blueberries over there. But let's check the consistency of it since we calmed down. Since it cooled down. Let's see. Wow, nice and jammy. See? Ooh wee! We got some blueberry jam. Look at that. Oh wee. Now. Ooh wee, it's something called canning, right? I don't can, right? So, I have to find some way to put our blueberry jelly. Look at that. You're going to want to toast every morning, toast or either pancakes. Let's taste it. And I didn't add any of those things people add to stuff. Like one video I saw this lady was adding a pack of something. I didn't add anything to these. Anything but sugar, lemon, and cinnamon. So guys, look. If you are excited about this video, as I am, and you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. You got to subscribe after this. Come on now. This is one of my best videos. Subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up, share with your family and friends. Like, yo, I want to feel that way. I know somebody that can do something with it. Bring that stuff over here to me. Leave it in a comment. If you don't know what to do with something that's left over in your refrigerator or in your cabinet, bring it to me. We'll work it out together. No one will ever know. Thanks for tuning in. In the meantime, be extraordinary. Father God, we thank you for the hands that prepare this food. Bless the cook. Bless everyone under the sound of my voice. Father God, we pray that no one goes hungry. Father God, we know that you are supernatural. You are all places at all times. And you know who are out there without food, Father God. We ask that you stretch your holy hands, Father God. Send forth a miracle that no woman, child, or animal or man will go hungry tonight. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Thank you, guys. See you next time.